Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Dak going to start out going to the air. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and this one is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Heineke. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Heineke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Heineke to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke. His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Heineke to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Fourth down, Heineke. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 47 yards. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Open man is Noah Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They go play action. Now Heineke taking a shot for Samuel. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. To the air again, Prescott. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second and 10, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Noah Brown, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This take it in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To the air again, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Heineke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to give points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Prescott on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Prescott. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half here, Heineke. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Heineke again. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Again, it's Heineke. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Heineke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Heineke with a 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out?
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Able to hit his target, Lamb. Finding space at the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Now Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 68 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Heineke. Throw right side complete to Dotson. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. from the shotgun. It's Heineke. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's now third and goal.
Heineke now. And that is incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Heineke on 4th down. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till
now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Here's Heineke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good...
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Cowboys! The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Heineke. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll throw again. Heineke. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing here, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's back to throw. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they have regained the lead. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them